Back. It's the Sports Call. Bob Pompeani, Andrew Fillipponi here. We got Michelle Altanoff on Twitter, and she tweets us, thoughts you guys on the lack of a double dribble call last night against Virginia. Also, who is the dominant team going into tomorrow night? I'll answer the second part of that, and then Andrew can talk about what happened on the court.
Yeah.
But for me, Virginia's the team to beat, but I'll tell you what, Texas Tech is playing a brand of basketball. And here's the thing, people are going to get upset with the fact this could be a defensive game, Andrew, and it will be. But they also have very capable, very good shooting guards and forwards on each side. So I think it features just about everything I like Virginia.
As long as we're not going to have, computers or replay, like fixing every last-second play like the double dribble, Bob, I can't have my referee give a 50-50 call to Virginia at the end of the game, because they shouldn't have even been in that situation.
Wait, so you say they should not have called that?
Well, because if there's no call there, right, if there's no call on the Kyle Guy three-point shot and they lose, you could make an argument that it's not a foul. It's not.
But it was a foul.
100% of the time? If you gave 100 referees that play.
There was contact there. He's not supposed to land into
Kyle
Guy.
I'm asking you this question. If you gave that play to 100 refs, do 100 come back? Okay.
No, I know that for a fact. I know because I've talked to people.
So if it's not clear as day, I don't see how you give Virginia 2 calls in 3 seconds.
So you're saying because the one was a bad call, they made up for that intentionally?
I'm saying you let him play on that last play, unless it's an egregious, like a guy just, battering ram into Kyle Guy.
Go back to Carson Edwards. The same kind of situation. He kind of kicked his leg. This is the problem with that call. We see it a lot in the NBA. Guys who are shooting anticipate the contact, and so they'll kick their legs out to create contact.
I think you got to be sure at the end of the game. And if you're not 100% sure it's a foul, you let it go. That same play you're talking about with Tennessee-Purdue, it looked like Edwards might have kicked the ball out of bounds right before.
Well, that's different. But, I mean, he also kicked. He's trying to create a contact, which might force a call. And he got the call. All right, let's go out the line to Waylon in Washington, who I think wants to continue this conversation. Hey, Waylon.
Hi, Bob. Hey, Andy. How you guys?
Hey, Waylon. What's up?
Andy.
Hey, guys. Listen, not to kick a sleeping dog, but yes, a double dribble is when you lose your dribble, pick it up and dribble again without anyone.
And he hit it off his own leg, so he lost his own dribble.
Right. So he lost his own dribble, picked up and dribble again. That's a double dribble. I like both teams. I'm not, that excited about it, but but they got time to put 0.8 seconds back on the clock. What's going on there, guys? I don't even have a question for you.
I mean, they do that all the time. They'll look at a clock and decide whatever they want to decide.
And the problem with that too is if a team doesn't have a timeout, it benefits the team. Like Virginia would get an advantage there. They don't have a timeout. They essentially get one because it takes time for them to review the play. Then they can set up something to win the game.
All right, line 4 we go. Pete in Squirrel Hill. What's up, Pete?
Hey, guys. How are you tonight?
Hi, Pete.
What's up?
Hey, Bob. About what happened at the end of the NFC Championship game in New Orleans, what happened last night at the Final Four, to deny 2 teams a right to play for a title because of officiating ineptitude is horrible. But I wanted to ask one question. Whatever happened to the Cincinnati Reds organization? There was a time, Bob, where they were so highly regarded, their ability to identify talent, to scout it, develop it, and look at the Bob. They're embarrassing, man. They really are.
They are.
Young.
And you know what?
It's horrible. Who's running the show down there as a GM?
Well, they've had multiple people. Real quick, because we're running out of time here. So, Andrew, I want to say this. Oh, okay. We don't have much time.
All right.
So all I wanted to say was they also brought in all this money with Puig, and Kemp is 1 for 22. We got to go to break.